Over the last few months, many organisations have been faced with cuts and falling funding. The arts are no exception.
I seem to have somebody trying to drill into the studio. I'm sorry if you can hear that.
Yes, that rather took me by surprise.
Anyhow, but for now, for some, that could all change thanks to the National Lottery, because the new government wants more lottery cash to go to the arts.
The Junction in Cambridge, it's hosted the likes of Lou Reed, Paul Weller and popular DJ acts. It's facing cuts next year, but the extra lottery cash could make a real difference if they can bring it here.
What we are planning on at the moment is that our core funding, yes, it will be cut, but that we will hopefully be able to apply for project funding to continue doing exciting projects for young people, for kind of moving the organisation forwards.
The Arts Council says lottery money is more important than ever.
Obviously for the arts, what this means is if there's an increase in resource, then we can invest more into local projects, into community projects and into our artists and arts organisation.
But as the economy is squeezed, should the arts be getting extra cash?
Arts are an important aspect of our culture, and if there's other sources of income such as lottery funding, then all to the good.
I don't think they should take money away from the arts. Take money away from other things, but not the arts.
I think anything to support the art funding is good, and if it comes to the lottery, that's very good news. Because it would be a great pity to see it all fall away if government's funding is withdrawn.
At Kettle's Yard Art Gallery in Cambridge, they're planning a £5 million expansion. They could be facing 30% cuts and possible staff losses. Extra lottery money here is seen as vital.
It will mean that we'll be able to go for project funding for exhibitions and so on, but in no way is it going to make good the losses that are coming in terms of core funding.
Now the plans are going out for a 3-month consultation before it's decided how the lottery cash will be spent. Emma Bohr, BBC Look East.
Now, the Tour of Britain starts next month, and this region will be hosting 2 stages. We can expect to see stars like Bradley Wiggins speeding through the east.
Stage 6 will go right through Norfolk and Stage 7 through Suffolk and Essex. Thousands of people are expected to turn out to support them.
The countdown's already begun. In 4 weeks' time, the Tour of Britain will be racing through the lanes of Suffolk and North Essex as Stage 7 weaves through our region. And for one 2012 Olympic hopeful, this is more than just a race.
It's absolutely brilliant. Brilliant for the county and for the country to be hosting Tour of Britain, a major tour. There's lots of good teams going to be taking part, and it's just so nice that it's a stone's throw. I'm from Ipswich, so it's a stone's throw away.
Abby is one of 100 cyclists who'll be taking part. Come Friday the 17th of September, elite riders will be starting this leg of the race in Bury St Edmunds. After that, they head through Haverhill, Long Melford and Braintree. It's estimated competitors should cross the finishing line in Colchester in 3.5 hours.
A lot of people will come out to watch the race en route and support local businesses, local shops, buy lunch while they're out at the roadside. And then in the longer term, people do then take up the opportunity to come on holiday at places where the Tour of Britain has been.
The tour aims to show off the best of the British countryside, whatever the weather. As the peloton rode off, others were left, shall we say, somewhat trailing behind. Today's been all about having a go at this stage of the Tour of Britain, and the group's been split up into 2. Local journalists on one side and elite riders on another, and some of those cyclists can reach speeds of up to 30 miles an hour, and there'll be no surprises that some of us can't. Anyone seen the support vehicle? Kate Riley, BBC Look East. Somewhere lost in Suffolk!
Thank goodness she had a cameraman with her to tell her where she was.
Very pretty wherever she was. Now, for some, the words hospital food still conjure up images of lukewarm, overcooked cottage pie. But one of our hospitals is trying to change that perception.
In fact, the food at Northampton General has been described as excellent by the NHS, and today the hospital opened its doors for anybody to try it.
Are you ready, Liz?
It used to be a dreaded sight. Would it be stodgy spag bowl or lamb casserole with cold carrots and dried potatoes? But today at Northampton General, Liz Shiel ordered the fish pie, one of 50 meals on the menu this week. All of them cooked in the hospital's kitchen, overseen by ex-hotel chef Roger McLean.
I wouldn't say it's as good as Gordon Ramsay's, but for what we're cooking and who we're cooking for, I think the quality of the food is very good.
It is a military operation, but just 4 chefs and 8 assistants make 9,000 meals a week. Just look at the scale of everything. How is this for a wooden spoon? And what about your whisk at home? How does it compare to this one? And to ease the pressure, most meals are frozen after they're cooked, stored for a week, and then plated up in a huge fridge where the staff never put away their winter clothes. Twice, the National Patient Safety Agency has rated the food here excellent, and today the hospital offered staff and visitors a taste test.
I've had the lamb curry.
How's it compared to the lamb curries you've had before in restaurants?
Well, it's nearly as good as the one I make at home, and that's good.
Well, you don't expect caviars, do you? So, you know, it's what you get, you just got to accept it.
I think it's delicious.
I think it's very good. Actually enjoy it, and I think I'm putting on weight, which is probably a snag.
Very good. Better than my dinner last night. I had super noodles. It was much better. Joel Mapp, BBC Look East, Northampton.
The glamorous life of a BBC reporter, eh?
Now I've got a deal for you. We've had February in August, so can we have August in February?
Yeah, actually, that's a good, cracking idea. I'll remind you of that early next year. Anyway, what we've had today is a lot of cloud over most of the region, but up at the coast it has been quite bright at times, almost holiday-like weather. Not really for the whole region, because inland in the summer you tend to get more cloud than around the coast. What we've got at the moment is a very unsettled-looking chart, a couple of lows on it. This weather front moving across the centre of the country now.